All right, so now let's add another part. So we're going to assemble. Let's add um, let's add this part. Okay, so this is like a U joint. All right, so I'm just gonna hit OK right now because I want to place this part in a specific way. So if you notice that this has blue surfaces over here, and they're blue for a reason because they must coincide with the blue surfaces of the part that we have. All right. So I wanted to see those blue surfaces because everything was purple. And I see that the front face here needs to match with this face here. So I'm gonna select this hinge again, press Ctrl E, and I now know now that which surfaces need to coincide. So I'm gonna select those surfaces. All right, and then I'm going to select the surfaces that need to coincide as well. All right. Okay. So constraint status invalid. Okay, that's not a worry. So let's look at our placement right now, and let's look at the okay. So it was set at an angle offset. I want it to be coincident, right? The first one, and it's still saying no, can't has. Okay. Okay. So let's delete this one again. Okay. So yeah, now they are coincident. Okay, let's check. Yeah, so now the blue surfaces are parallel to each other. Okay, so they're not in the same plane, they're in the same plane. Yeah. So this surface and this surface are in the same plane, they're coinciding. So now I want these surfaces, the curved surfaces, to be in plane, in the same plane. So I press Ctrl E, I select that surface, and I select this surface. Okay, okay, so this didn't work because I want them to be that way. Okay, alright. So I'm going to select the other surface. Yeah, so this same coincident we're going to remove. Okay, and we're going to add a new constraint where we select this surface and oh, I want to select. Where am I? Okay, I think delete the wrong one. Coincident. Remove. So this one is which one? Let's delete both. Okay. So first, let us see where we are. Control D. Okay. And yeah, let me zoom in. Okay, I want this surface. Yeah. Okay, to be coincident. Yeah. So now I want to select the assembly item. Good. With this surface. Okay. Are they? No. I want them to be coincident. So be careful. So sometimes, yeah. So you want these surfaces to be coincident, not by a distance or any other of the mentioned here. And then, wait, let me get back into view. I want to see if my holes are also aligned. So it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, but they are aligned. But I just want to I just want to make sure that it's fully coincident. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this surface, and they are coincident. All right, now it is fully constrained. Okay, and I hit OK and notice that everything's fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check using drag components. So let's check this. So okay, so now the problem is that this should go up and down. All right, it's rotating, but it's not constrained. So I think we have to hit allow assumptions. All right, so let's go and yeah, okay, much better. Now, now if we drag component, yeah, okay, this is better. Okay, so let's leave it like the other way actually. Yeah, this way. So I want these holes to be on the bottom. Please, sir. Oh, okay. Let's leave it this way. Okay, so Control D. Now I'm back in view. Now I want to add the other part of this component. So I'm going to go to Assemble, and I'm going to select the female yoke. Open, and I want this face to be coincident. I want this hole and this hole to be coincident. So I go here, here, yeah, they are not coincident. Why not, sir? And I want, okay, I think you have to do the hole first. So if I drag it downwards, let's delete this first. Delete. In fact, now if we add a new constraint, yes. Okay, so you have to align the holes first and then the other thing, the faces. Okay. Oh wait, we're not done yet. We have to align it to the face. Okay, so if we go downwards and zoom out, this face and this face, and I wanted them to be parallel. And if I hit OK, then it will show me. Okay, much better. Now let's drag our component. Yes, this is what I wanted. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now I want to add a crank on the top. So if I go to assembly, and where's my crank? Handle crank. No, handle shaft. There's another one. Handle assembly. Yeah, so this is already pre-assembled crank and assembly. Crank and uh, the fixture. Okay, so I want this crank to go on top of that. So let's see what kind of faces are we dealing with. So it's a good idea to sort of position it as close as possible manually and then define the constraints. So let's zoom in. So I have a face here, this face and the inside face should be coincident, but let's start with the axis. So as we saw, the curved surfaces need to be coincident first, otherwise it goes haywire a little bit. So I'm gonna select the curved surface here and the curved surface here. Okay, so now they're coinciding. Then I want to also, there's a square surface here that I want to coincide with the square surface on the inside. So not this one, this one. Okay, now they are coincident, and I also want now to coincide the, not coincide, I'll show you why. So I want this to be coincident. So this surface here, the circular one, needs to, well, let me zoom out and rotate, and now I'm going to add an offset actually. Yeah, so let's add an offset of 0.01. Delete 1. Okay, in fact, yeah, and there's some gap between the two. Okay, there's a little gap, so let's increase it to 0.05. Okay, yeah, so in fact we can go lower, make it 0.03. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine, and I hit OK. And now let's rotate our crank to see if this is done. Yeah, so that's great. So there are a bunch of other components that can go in here. So like retaining pins that go inside, and a couple of pins that go here. And if you look at the bottom, there are a couple of screws that also go here. But I'm going to leave that out for the sake of keeping it short. And so that's how you will assemble your parts. Notice one thing, that a couple of things are colored here. Normally I leave that out in my drawings, my tutorials, but it's a good idea to do that so that you know, okay, which surfaces mate with which surfaces coincide, which surfaces are going where. Right?